Hi, it's Peter from the festival team. I'm here with...
Alicia Hodson.
Hi there, and you are the filmmaker behind Exotic Extinction, which we've just seen at the festival this morning.
Yeah.
How was it seeing your film on a big screen? I believe it was the first time you've seen it on a big screen?
Yeah, first time on a big screen. It was amazing, very exciting, felt like. And when people clapped at the end, very validating.
You brought all your family with you as well?
Yeah, that was the first time my nan's seen it as well. And yeah, she said she was very proud.
She was. I was talking to her afterwards. She was very proud, so
yeah.
Big up to all the nans.
Can't believe she made it up all the stairs.
Oh, bless her, yeah. You were right at the top of the shopping centre here, so she did great effort, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the documentary about?
It's about the endangered Hawaiian yellow-faced bees. They're the first bees in the world to officially be listed as endangered. It was quite a monumental moment for wildlife conservation as a whole. For such a tiny, they're about this big.
Yeah, very small.
So small,
yeah.
They're so unknown. For them to be recognised as a species needing help because of human actions, it was a really big moment. And so it's about the ongoing work to try and get their numbers back up and just to study them more, get some more understanding. And also, so the film basically was to help education and outreach about the species, because so few people have heard of them.
Yeah. And
yet they're quite integral to the Hawaiian Islands' whole ecosystem.
Sure,
yeah.
When did you first hear about the plight of this particular bee?
It was 2016. When they first got their endangered status, it was covered by the BBC News.
Okay.
So it was, like I said, it was a big moment. And ever since then, I started applying to do a master's in entomology.
Okay.
And I contacted the professors working with these bees. And yeah, they took me on board, wanted to just get the word out about them.
So did you get a commission to make this piece, or did you fund it yourself? How did that work?
Bit of both.
Yeah.
I went to Hawaii 3 times in total.
Okay.
The first time I paid for myself because I'd been saving up to do a master's, which fell through, and I'd been studying the bees for 2 years, and I thought, I want to use the money for something good, and what am I going to do with all this knowledge? So I went there and made that, but that was like a budget. I know it's Hawaii, but it was like £600 return flight.
Right. Yeah.
Normally it's like £1.5 grand. And then after that, people that I met out there and Disney Conservation funded my return.
How long did you spend in Hawaii in total making the documentary and studying?
To make the documentary, I was in Hawaii 8 weeks in total.
Okay.
And it took about 3 or 4 years to make overall though.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was 2 years studying the bees, and then a year of going there twice, and then at least another year editing.
Wow.
And I did more filming in the UK with Bug Life, or Back from the Brink.
How many hours of footage did you have in total, roughly?
9 hours of footage.
Okay.
Cut down to 25 minutes.
25 minutes.
Yeah.
Cool. Did you do all that yourself, the editing? Did you? Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
It must have took a long, 2 years. How long did you say?
Because this was just like a side thing at the time.
Yeah.
I was working full time in a pub, and then doing conservation work during the day, or editing during the day. Sorry, what was the question?
No, how long the editing process took?
Oh yeah. So yeah, a long time, at least, because juggling that alongside work.
Of course, yeah.
Did take a while.
It's an independent film at the end of the day. Everyone's in the same kind of boat.
Yeah.
When did you first get into conservationism and environmentalism?
When I was 10,
yeah.
I went to school with a girl who had a mum who was really hippie-ish.
Okay.
And they used to volunteer at a local wildlife sanctuary, and I found out about that, and then I wanted to go, and I joined them. So I was age 10 when I first started volunteering with
That's great.
wildlife.
Yeah. So did you study Apart from you did an undergraduate.
Yeah, I got BSc Zoology.
Okay.
And after that, I volunteered with Essex Wildlife Trust as a conservation officer for 3 years. And also at the Natural History Museum in London as a curator.
Amazing.
For about a year and a half. Then I started working with Bumblebee Conservation Trust. I currently do bee walks, which are surveys. We walk around, count the bees.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, it's very important stuff. I mean, everyone knows or should know how integral bees are to everyone's and the whole natural world, really. Yeah,
I think the biggest threat, in my opinion, right now, or the biggest problem that people face from bees dying out, would be your inability to grow your own food.
Right.
You would have to rely on whatever's sold in supermarkets. You wouldn't be able to grow your own flowers.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And even supermarkets would suffer. They would have to mark up their products.
Oh yeah, supply and demand, isn't it?
For like human pollination or whatever the future holds.
So, are you planning to show the film at other festivals? What's the plan for this film?
Oh, actually, the Natural History Museum. This is stupid, but I had an event with them arranged, and then the pandemic hit. Okay. And then, and we haven't rearranged yet, but I'm hoping to rearrange that and show it to. They call their events Nature Live, and it'll be like a film showing and a Q&A. Hopefully, but I haven't got a date yet for that.
And it's available to watch as well online?
It's available on YouTube.
There you go.
Exotic Extinction.
Yeah, great. Yeah. There you go. So what's your future now? I understand you've started working BBC researching? Yeah, since
making Exotic Extinction, I got a job with the BBC doing research for wildlife documentaries.
Brilliant. What kind of animals, what kind of species?
At the moment, last week it was all over the place. Sea lions, Scalacia trees, which are these giant daisy trees in the Galapagos. Wow, marine iguanas, pumas in Patagonia, kangaroos in Australia. And I was on Winter Watch. I was a researcher for Winter Watch, so that was all very UK based. Current affair sort of wildlife news. So
you've been able to go to any of these places that you've been mentioning yet or not? No,
not yet.
No, not yet. Oh, no. Hopefully you will be able to.
But I've travelled the world from my bedroom.
Yeah. I bet. So, I had a question actually. Have you ever met David Attenborough? No. Oh, soon, hopefully.
Maybe one day. It would be a bit nerve-wracking meeting him.
I bet. I think
and also, he's a hero. He's definitely one of my heroes. He changed the world.
Yep, definitely.
But I don't know about meeting him. I don't know if I've heard people that have met him and they say he's a grumpy man. Oh, okay. But I don't. I think fair enough. He's seen a lot of things that would make somebody grumpy.
I guess so. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us and bringing your film here.
Thank you for having me.
That's great. Thank you very much.
Thanks.